Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. So either I'm completely crazy, which is highly likely, or the tables really are slowly turning on Joe Biden. And I don't know if you guys remember, of course you remember, when information about Donald Trump continuously, man, found its way drip, drip, drip every day into places like the New York Times and the Washington Post daily. They just could not shut it off. And everything was fair game. Crowd size, injecting bleach, constant leaks about serious matters. Now, with President Biden, the situation is starting to look pretty similar, but this time it's basically, instead of the whole of the media machine, it's basically Fox News that's got a spotlight on a lot of these leaks. And currently, they're highlighting a report about an associate of Hunter Biden named Eric Schwerin. You guys have probably heard the name. And according to them, this guy visited the White House during the Obama administration to meet Joe Biden while he was vice president an insane 36 times. And that is a lot of talking about the weather. Now, obviously, I'm only reading the same reports as you guys. I have no idea what they talked about. But at the very least, it's safe to say that his son's business most definitely came up. I mean, think about it. 36 visits to the White House, all while Joe Biden was vice president. This has got to make even the most brainwashed Democrat curious. I can't believe that it doesn't eventually, especially given the guy's association with Hunter Biden. It was his number one business partner for decades. Now, adding just more fuel to the fire, last night, the House Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, made an appearance on Hannity. And let's see what he had to say. But guys, before we do, thanks to everyone that's been subscribing, been leaving such great comments. We really, really appreciate the support, guys. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share. Common Sense Garage. Every time you do, a leftist loses their wings.
The bribery statute, Mr. Speaker, does not demand that somebody benefit themselves financially. In this case, the vice president, as the 1023 form pointed out, took a specific action, and his family, was involved in personal enrichment, that being Hunter, based on his actions. Is that bribery to you?
Well, Sean, everything that you just talked about, nobody in America knew until you had a change in Congress. The FBI didn't act on their information from their informant. No one came forth. They took the words of this president. And you were right. This isn't about Hunter Biden. This is about paying to play for the Biden family, because the money goes to 9 different members through shell companies, much like the informant said. So we will continue to follow the information wherever it takes us and provide it to the American public.
So first off, McCarthy's restraint really stands out. And guys, honestly, I never thought I'd be saying anything nice about Kevin McCarthy. I was absolutely sure that the guy was just some typical old swamp rat rhino type of guy. But dude, he is absolutely surprising. And, like I said, he's showing pretty good restraint, almost like a prosecutor who refuses to tip his hand. Even with all of the mounting information and allegations, the circumstantial evidence, he hasn't jumped to conclusions, at least publicly. He hasn't made any inflammatory claims about Joe Biden. And I think that this is noteworthy, especially with the way our politics are nowadays. McCarthy, it seems, is playing the long game. He knows exactly what's developing, but he's choosing to hold back, at least for now. There's a recurring sentiment that even if there is evidence, okay, people believe that the Justice Department, they won't take action against Biden. Whether or not that's the case, what cannot be denied is at least the power of public opinion. As Congress is going to reconvene here in September, I think we can expect the Biden-related discussions to just get louder and louder. And then there's this situation with Trump. It's been over 2 years, and the Fulton County DA, I just read that she's going to send it back to the grand jury. They still have not charged the man with any election interference in Georgia. And this timeline that's taken forever, making a lot of people pretty skeptical. Is it a genuine investigation, or is it just some sort of tactical move, some sort of campaign type stunt? I don't know, But I do know that Trump says he needs a 4th and final indictment to seal the deal, which is hilarious. Guy's got a sense of humor. But anyway, so on Biden's end, even with almost every media outlet ignoring the bribery allegations, ignoring the special treatment for his son's gun felony, which would have put any of us in prison for up to 10 years, no probation. The approval rating, it should tell him pretty loudly that people are just not in, man. with his current average, I think, of all the polls is 40%, probably lower. If it drops any farther, talks of impeachment are probably going to gain traction quietly from both sides. They got to find a way to jettison the dead weight, the extra weight. But, the mainstream media, they're absolutely going to avoid any of these stories. They're going to downplay it if they can. But other outlets like Fox, talk radio, places like us and other YouTube, they're going to cover it. And the crazy thing, and the thing I think it, tells us what we really, really need to know about the liberal mindset. When they see that Joe is complete toast in the ratings, they don't even question whether they're doing a good or a bad job, whether they've improved even one regular American's life. No, man, they immediately just go to, we're all a bunch of uneducated dumbasses. And they just can't understand why we're not giving them credit for all the good things that they've done. It's insane, but that is how they think. Anyway, guys, that's just my take. Let me know your take in the comments. And if you haven't already, please make sure to like, subscribe, most importantly, share the Common Sense Garage, and we'll see you in the next one.